Hi, my name is Cecilia, and today I'm going to be presenting to you the megaphone. So the purpose of this experiment is to test out two different trials. So this is the first trial that we did with the sodium iodine solution, and then this is the yeast solution. So we were trying to figure out which one would be bigger. The question was, what happened when you combine 35% hydrogen peroxide with liquid sodium iodine? How does a reaction change at all if its different catalyst, yeast, is used? Hypothesis. We thought that the yeast would have a bigger explosion, but that wasn't the case. Materials, we had the Elmer's Fast, 25% hydrogen peroxide, sodium iodine crystals, active dry yeast, dish soap, food coloring, measuring cups and spoons, gloves, safety goggles, and lab coat or rain jacket. Our procedure was the first step that we did was we made sure that we had all our gloves on, our coats on, and our glasses on with the hoodies on because it could seriously injure you and your hair could turn white. The second thing is we filled a beaker with 4 ounces of room temperature water, added a tablespoon of sodium iodine crystals with the water, and stirred with a spoon until the crystals would not just. So you kept on doing it, just teaspoon by teaspoon, and then whenever it stopped dissolving, then that was whenever the solution was done. We covered the table, which we did outside, so we didn't have to do that. But if we were going to do it inside, we would have to put the tarp over the table because it would mess up the table. We measured 2 ounces of 30% hydrogen peroxide into a graduated cylinder, and then added a squirt that was very technical term meaning about 5 millimeters, or dish soap in the graduated cylinder. So as soon as we added the dish soap in, we twirled it around. Add a huge squirt of your favorite food coloring. So what we did was we got the food coloring and we just put the whole thing in it so it has pretty color. One of the other steps was to pour a teaspoon of sodium iodine crystals into the graduated cylinder and quickly stand back without letting it touch you. And then number 8 was not make sure that whenever you were cleaning up, that you had your gloves on. Whenever you were washing the beakers, you made sure that you had gloves on because it still may have had the steam or the sodium iodine in it. The research, so we used the H2O2, which was a scientific name for hydrogen peroxide. So that was the research that we did. And then the conclusion. In conclusion, we discovered that the trial with the sodium iodine solution had a bigger reaction compared to the trial with the yeast solution. So this one, as you can tell, this was at the end and this was at the end. So this had a much bigger explosion than that. And sadly, our prediction was wrong because we thought that the yeast would make a bigger explosion, but the conclusion, the sodium iodine solution made a bigger explosion. Thank you.